Good morning, dear students. In the last class, I have taught you about temperature zones. Yes, as you know, so there are several factors that are influence the climate of a place. So they are the latitudes, yes, and the altitude and the distance from the sea. So these are the some factors that influence on the climate. So okay, and winds also. Okay, so let's see, next one point is the temperature zones. Okay, so I have already taught you about the latitudes. Okay, so there are 7 important parallels of latitude. Yes, so can you tell me which are that latitudes? Okay, very good, very good. Okay, so they are the 0 degree, yes, that is the equator line, yes, and next 23 and half north, that is tropic of Cancer line, and next 23.5 degree south, that is tropic of Capricorn, and next 66 and half north, that is Arctic circle, and next one is 66.5 degree south, that is Arctic circle, and next in the north 90 degree, that is called as North Pole, and in the south, that is 90 degree south, that is known as South Pole. Yes, so you can observe here, yes, that is the tropics. The red shaded area that shows the equator, that is the hot climate is there. Okay, and if you go to the 23.5 tropic of Cancer to the 66.5 line, so that area is yellow area, it shows the temperate zone. Okay, and next above 66 and 5 degree north to 90 degree North Pole, so that area is very cold, so that is known as polar zone. So the equator, yes, that is the tropic zone, it's very hot because the sun rays is directly on that place. Yes, and so let's see next one. So our earth has been divided into 3 temperatures or heat zones depending upon the intensity of sunlight. Okay, so the difference is because the earth is not flat, yes, and it is shaped like an orange. Yes, so as we know, our earth, it is not a round shape, that is it has a sphere shape or it has geoid shape. Okay, and so that's why the different parts of the earth, it takes the different type of temperature. Okay, so let's see, first one zone is the torrid zone. Okay, yes, here you can observe, so this is the hottest zone of the earth, is the equator line, that is the 0 degree and up to the 23 and half degree north, that is the tropic of Cancer, and the 23 and 5 half degree south, that is the tropic of Capricorn. Yes, so this area is known as the torrid zone. Yes, and this is very hottest zone of the earth. Yes, and it lies on the both side of the equator, as I had told. Okay, the 23 and half north, that is tropic of Cancer, and next one is 23 and half degree south, that is tropic of Capricorn. So this area is known as tropic or the tropical zone or the torrid zone. Yes, and the tropic of Cancer and the tropic of Capricorn lies between this area. Yes, and it has a tropical climate. Yes, it has hot and humid climate. Yes, because the sun rays is directly on this area. Yes, so that's why it receives the direct rays of the sun throughout the year. Yes, the sun rays is direct, yes, on the that particular area, that is the tropical area or the torrid zone area. Yes, so that's why the climate of that area, it is very hot and humid because it receives the direct rays of the sun throughout the year. Okay, so the summer and the winter seasons are not very distinct. Yes, in the summer and the winter, the climate of the torrid zone, it's not distinct because the sun, that is the sun receives the that is the tropical zone, it receives the direct rays of the sun. So that's why throughout the year it receives hot and humid climate. Yes, so let's see next one. Yes, the Tropic of Cancer passes through India. Name the states and it passes through. Okay, so you can observe here the Tropic of Cancer that lies passes through the India. So let's see which are the states. Okay, so first one is the Gujarat, next Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, Jharkhand, West Bengal, Tripura and Mizoram. So these are the states where the Tropic of Cancer passes. Okay, and let's see, there are some states that lie in the south of the Tropic of Cancer. So they are the Maharashtra, Karnataka, Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, Tamil Nadu, Kerala, Odisha and Goa. Okay, so and the next one is the equator. It is also to the south of the Sri Lanka. Yes, so that's why the southern part of the India, it's receives the direct rays of the sun, and that's why in the southern part of the India the climate is very hot. If you compare to the Delhi, Jammu Kashmir, the climate of the southern India, it is very hot because the southern part of India, it receives the direct rays of the south of the sun throughout the year. Yes, and the northern part of the India, that receives the less rays of the sun. That's why the southern part of the India and the Tropic of Cancer, there are so many states like Gujarat, Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, Jharkhand, West Bengal, Tripura and Mizoram. So these are the states where the climate is, that is, it has a tropical climate. Okay, so let's see, next one is the temperate zone. Yes, so the temperate zone, yes, we have discussed about the tropic zone that lies between the 23.5 Tropic of Cancer and the 23.5 South Tropic of Capricorn. The red shaded area, it shows the what, which type of climate, that is the tropical climate. Okay, so let's discuss about the next one climate, that is the temperature zone. Okay, so temperate zone, so yellow shaded area is, you can observe, that is the 23.5 degree north, that is the Tropic of Cancer, to the 66.5 degree that is the Arctic Circle. The yellow shaded area, it shows the temperate zone. Okay, and in the southern hemisphere, so you can observe the area which is colored by yellow, that is 23.5 degree Tropic of Capricorn to 66.5 degree south, that is the Antarctic Circle. So this area is included by the temperate zone. So let's see what is temperate zone. Yes, did you understand about the tropic? Yes, tropical, that is, it has a hot and humid climate. So let's discuss about what is the temperate zone. Okay, so just like the torrid zone, this zone also lies in both the hemispheres, as I have told you already. And the north temperature zone lies between the Tropic of Cancer, that is a 23.5 north, and the Arctic Circle, that is 66.5 degree north. And the south temperate zone is, it lies between the Tropic of Capricorn, that is the 23.5 south, and the Antarctic Circle, that is 66.5 south. So let's see the climate. Yes, the climate is temperate. Yes, neither too hot nor too cold. Yes, and as the regions receive slightly slanting rays of the sun. Yes, in the tropical or the tropical climate in that region, so that area, it receives the direct rays of the sun throughout the year. Yes, but in the temperate zone, the sun's rays is slightly slanting rays of the sun. Yes, and that's why the climate of the temperate zone, it's neither too hot and not too cold. Okay, so places in this zone have distinct summer and winter seasons. Yes, and the days are longer during summer. Yes, in the summer season the days are very long. Yes, and the nights are longer during winter. Yes, so the Tropic of Cancer, it receives the direct rays of the sun, whereas the temperate zone, it receives slightly slanting rays of the sun. Okay, so that's why the temperature, that is the temperate zone, it has the neither too hot neither or not too cold, that is it has moderate temperature. Yes, both, that is hot and cold. Okay, so let's see next one. So the United States of America lies in the north temperate zone. Okay, so in the north temperate zone, so United States of America, it lies in the north temperate zone. So let us see, there are 10 states in the United States of America. So they are the Arizona, Colorado, Texas, Missouri, Minnesota, Ohio, Oregon, Kansas, California and New Mexico. So these are the states of United States of America that lies in the north temperature zone. That is the climate of that zone, it is not cold and not hot. Okay, that is it has a moderate climate. Okay, so let's see next one, the frigid zone. Yes, so that is the 66.5 degree north to 90 degree. So it shows the polar zone, that is the north pole and in the southern part of the hemisphere. So 66.5 degree south to 90 degree south pole. So it has a cold or the frigid zone. Yes, so let's see. So like the other two zones, this zone also lies in both the hemispheres, as I have told. And to the north of the Arctic Circle is the north frigid zone. Yes, in the northern part of the hemisphere, that is known as the Arctic Circle zone. Yes, that is the north frigid zone. And to the south of the Antarctic Circle is the south frigid zone. Got it? So that is in the north Arctic Circle, that is north frigid zone, and in the southern part of the hemisphere, that is the Antarctic Circle, is the south frigid zone. Okay, so what is the meaning of frigid? Yes, that is the frigid means frozen. Yes, so it is bitterly cold here. Yes, the climate of the polar zone, that is the south pole and the north pole, the climate is very very cold. Yes, and low temperature exists throughout the year. Yes, because sun rays cannot reach this area. Yes, and therefore the temperature is very low throughout the year. Yes, and closer to the poles, the land is permanently frozen. Yes, so the land of that polar zones, it is permanently frozen, that is covered with the ice and snow, that we called as a frozen. Yes, and life is very difficult in this zone. Yes, because we can't survive there. Yes, so the region receives slanting rays of the sun due to the earth shape and tilt. So the region, that is the north pole and the south pole, it receives a slanting rays of the sun. Yes, so because our earth it has a tilt. Okay, so that's why the north pole and the south pole, it receives the slanting rays of the sun. And the north frigid zone includes the northern parts of Canada. Yes, you can observe here the north frigid zone, that are included some regions, that is the Alaska, Canada, Greenland, Iceland, Norway, Sweden and Finland. So these regions are belong to the north frigid zone. Okay, so let's see next one, that is south frigid zone. Okay, so south frigid zone is mainly occupied by the continent of Antarctica. Yes, so Antarctica, so it is in the southern part of the hemisphere, that is south frigid zone. Yes, so in the Africa continent, yes, so in the Africa continent, so Mount Kilimanjaro lies just 200 miles south of the equator. Yes, as you can observe here, the equator line is there and the Mount Kilimanjaro, yes, so it lies just 200 miles south of the equator in the North Tanzania, close to the border of Kenya. Yet it is snow capped. Yes, so it is in the equator, but it has snow capped, that is it is covered by snow. And one more surprising is that it is a volcanic mountain. Yes, so Mount Kilimanjaro, it has a volcanic mountain because there are so many volcanoes are there. Yes, and it has 3 volcanoes cones, so 2 are now extinct. Yes, so it has basically 3 volcanic cones and now 2 are now existent. Okay, and 1 is dormant. Yes, so there are extinct volcanoes is there and the dormant volcanoes, types of the volcanoes. These are the types of the volcanic. Extinct means it's occur frequently. Yes, and the dormant is it occurs, it takes so much, it takes a long time. Yes, so and it last erupted sometimes between 15,000 to 22 lakh years ago. Yes, sorry, so it last erupted sometimes between 1,50,000 to 2 lakh years ago. So this is all about the temperate zones. Okay, so I will add some videos related to this topic. Yes, you can watch that video. Okay, so thank you for watching.
Heat zones of the Earth. In this module, you will learn about the temperature zones of the Earth. The Sun, which is at the center of the solar system, is the source of heat for all the planets. Since the Earth is placed at a distance of 150 million miles away from the Sun, it intercepts only a very small part of the solar radiation. The amount of solar radiation intercepted by the surface of the Earth is termed as the incoming solar radiation, or in short, insolation. The amount of heat energy from the Sun received by a place helps in deciding the temperature of that place. The heat energy thus received is not uniformly distributed over the surface of the Earth. Some places are very hot and some other places are very cold. Let us first understand why there are differences in the distribution of temperature over the surface of the Earth. The 2 major reasons behind this are angle of the Sun's rays and shape of the Earth. Similarly, at noon the temperature is very high and very hot. This is primarily because the Sun's rays fall vertically on the Earth, whereas the temperature is mild in the morning because the Sun's rays fall on the Earth at an inclined angle. Same is happening in the evening also. Studies show that Earth has a spherical shape due to which the Sun's rays do not fall at the same angle. Let us understand with an example. Look at the light coming from the torch, which is falling on a piece of cardboard which is placed in front of the torch. You will notice that torchlight falling on a straight surface is bright and covers a smaller area. Now if you place the cardboard in little slanting position, you will notice that the torchlight falling on the slanted surface is less bright and covers a larger area. Same is happening when the rays of the sun fall directly on those parts that are vertically below the sun. The rays heat only a smaller area on the earth, and thus the heat energy received by that area is also very high. Based on the difference in heat energy received at different places, the surface of the earth is divided into different heat zones, namely the torrid zone, the temperate zone, the frigid zone. Let us learn about the torrid zone. The region lying between Tropic of Cancer, 23.5 degrees north, and Tropic of Capricorn, 23.5 degrees south, is known as the torrid zone. Here, the rays of the sun fall almost vertically through major part of the year. Hence, this region forms the hottest part of the earth. Here, summers are extremely hot and even winters are warm. The temperate zone receives slanting rays of sun, so this region receives less amount of heat as compared to the torrid zone. Temperate zone experiences warm summers and cold winters. In frigid zone, the rays of the sun fall extremely slanting, which do not bring much heat even if there are longer periods of daylight. The regions falling in the frigid zone are the coldest and remain frozen for most part of the year. In this module, you have learnt the following. The sun, which is at the center of the solar system, is the source of heat for all the planets. The amount of solar radiation intercepted by the surface of the earth is termed as the incoming solar radiation, or in short, insolation. The two major reasons behind the differences in the distribution of temperature over the surface of the earth are angle of the sun's rays, shape of the earth. That is why the earth's surface has been divided into three heat zones: the torrid zone, the temperate zone, and the frigid zone. The torrid zone lies between latitudes Tropic of Cancer 23.5 degrees north and Tropic of Capricorn 23.5 degrees south. The sun rays fall vertically over a small area, hence this is the hottest part of the earth. The temperate zone. The zone is divided into the north temperate zone, which lies between Tropic of Cancer 23.5 degrees north and Arctic Circle 66.5 degrees north, and the south temperate zone, which lies between Tropic of Capricorn 23.5 degrees south and the Antarctic Circle 66.5 degrees south, receives less amount of heat as compared to the torrid zone, therefore have mild temperatures throughout the year. The frigid zone. Frigid zone is also divided into the north frigid zone, which lies between Arctic Circle 66.5 degrees north and the 90 degrees North Pole, and the south frigid zone, which lies between Antarctic Circle 66.5 degrees south and the South Pole 90 degrees south. This is the coldest part of the earth. The rays of sun fall extremely slanting.